Hello, hello, hello. Listen, guys, I see that y'all didn't hear my music, but I enjoyed every bit of it. I hate to say it, y'all. That's my fave. We're gonna let y'all listen to it one time, one day. You'll get it. Eugene, you ought to know that song by now, but maybe not. But anyway, hello everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. It is what is it? Wednesday evening. Hump Day Wednesday. I hope everybody's doing well. Y'all know I'm always talk about this hump day. That's an old term, but it still exists. But how's everyone doing? Ace, it's good to see you. It's very good to see you. Who is this? Running Man. Running Man, how you doing? I don't think we've met. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here and welcome to SB Nation. D Nicole, how you doing? Eugene, you know, fam fave, Stephen Day, y'all favorites, y'all always here. So listen, thank you guys for being here. Tia, my sound isn't working, Tia. I had it for you, girl. I did it for you. I was listening to it for you. It's okay. I'm gonna let you listen to it soon, though. Pound for pound, how you doing? It's good to see y'all here. And KCQY, salute to you also. It's good to see you. I don't think we've met. Welcome to SB Nation. Thank you for being here. And guys, listen, when you're coming into the live, make sure you're giving me the thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed to the show, make sure you do that also. Because listen, we welcome you all at SB Nation. The other thing is, I want to tell y'all a couple things, and we're going to get started into the show. I know y'all checked out that topic, right? And the reason why that topic is that topic, because it's going back to the dating show, kind of like what we had, the dating show from last Friday. I'm gonna tell y'all what I heard, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all heard too. This is gender talks, so that means we're listening to everyone. I need females and I need males. I need both of y'all to join in and help me with this, because I'm gonna tell y'all what I heard, and I want y'all to tell me what makes sense, or does any of it make sense, or does anybody really care? It's all about who you want, and guess what? It is what it is. So the other thing, okay, y'all know we got the money line song. No special guest tonight. Stephen Day, you're the special guest. So if when I drop the link in the chat, you want to come up, then I would love for you to do so. I would love to meet you actually. And you could be my special guest tonight, but it's just me for now. It's me, C. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Listen, guys, this is like a regular night. Can I call any night regular over here? It's always something going on, right? But it's a couple things I want to share with y'all. Y'all know that we having the second day to the dating show on Friday. I need all y'all to be here. I need all y'all in the chat. I need all y'all talking and doing what you do. Hey, Jedi, I will talk to you later. I hope you're doing good. But I need y'all in the chat. Listen, if y'all been trying to keep me a secret, because if you are, I need y'all to share me with at least 5 of your friends so I can get my subscribers up. I need my engagement up. We need to take this thing over to 5,000, and we just playing around, and I need y'all help. I need y'all. You heard it too. Miss C, you heard it. I may need you to come up on the chat, because we're going to talk about it in a minute. We're going to talk about it because I ain't gonna say no more. I'm gonna talk about. You like my earrings? Thank you. But anyway, Friday night is the next day, the second show of I Choose You. Y'all, it was great for me. Y'all made it. My chat, y'all made it awesome. It was very good. Everybody, I've been getting good reviews. Y'all crazy funny in a good way. I appreciate everything you do and say. We're taking in account some of the things that you're saying, and we're making tweaks. We're trying to make it better, trying to understand it all. But guess what, guys? Y'all know this is just the first season. Y'all do know that real soon, there's going to be a bachelor that is going to be named. And I need the ladies to be SB Show 2020 at Gmail. I need your pictures. I need all that. But I'm gonna tell you when. Don't do it now, but it's coming real soon. And I can't imagine how the ladies gonna be, y'all. Ooh, y'all know ladies are competitive too. That's gonna be a good show. I can't wait. But anyway, that is I Choose You. It was excellent. It's all because of you all. Y'all got the power. We're gonna continue to give you the power, and we appreciate you, because we all can't be here with me, but y'all can be here with me. So the other thing is we do the money line. Y'all know the money line is a super chat, $9.99 and up. Anytime you feel the need to do that, I appreciate it. The money line is, to kind of lighten up the situation. Y'all know what to do. When you hear the money line song, move your shoulders. You know what? I'm gonna do a dance off with the money line. I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do a dance off, and whoever has the best money line song, we're gonna adopt that song, that dance for the money line song, and I'm gonna learn how to do it, and then that's what we're gonna do. But it's coming soon. But listen, guys, when you're coming into the live, make sure you giving me a thumbs up. Let's get those likes up, and I will appreciate you so very much. The other thing was, if y'all have not checked out the merchandise, go to my channel, top right hand corner. You have a little globe. Click the globe. You will see what's there. It is not time to order yet. Listen, we're not going to order these. We're not going to allow you to purchase anything until we can have some good customer service. It's taken way too long for us to get the supplies and for us to actually try to sell it to you all. So guess what? We give good customer service over here at SB Nation. So just hold on. Eugene, you want to get this party started, don't you? Thank you so much, Eugene, for your $10 super chat. And he says, women tend to ignore red flags when men are high earners, the way men tend to ignore red flags when women have those you just done took my whole show, those physical features that have men sprung. You are exact. You know what, Mrs. Steele? I'm gonna give you the money line song. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Money line. I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Yeah, yeah. Mrs. Steele, you have stole the show. I was gonna say just that. I was, but I'm at the house. Listen though. You was at the dating show the other night. You didn't put in something you heard, but that's okay. I got something on you. Yes, Stephen, the merch. I got something on you, Mrs. Steele. I want to know if you was listening, but we're going to talk about it in just a little bit. But thank you so much for your $10 super chat. Hey, Chantel, how are you? Good to see you. I am going to be talking to you soon. So listen, stay tuned. I'm just going to say that. Hope you're having a terrific afternoon. But anyway, the topic of the day is, do women ignore all red flags when men are high earners? I want to know what y'all think, because it was something, y'all. There was something that was said, a couple things that was said last Friday night on the dating show. And it looks like everybody kind of just breezed over it like it wasn't said. It probably was no big deal, because I don't believe it really was. But I tend to believe what people say, and I just take them for their word. But we're going to talk about it in just a minute. Let's see what else I have to tell y'all. Oh, I got a new, what do I want to call it? I got a new session or a new show coming out. It's starting on May 23rd. It's called The Standard. I've been telling you guys about The Standard, but it's now coming. It is getting ready to start March 23rd. We're going to make sure we wrap up I Choose You, and we're going to get our minds on things correctly, and we're going to start The Standard. Of course, The Standard is just what it says. It's so often we're in these spaces and we're talking relationships, we're talking marriage, we're talking husband, we're talking wife, we're talking about all this stuff, becoming a woman, becoming a man, leaders, and all of this. But often we say there are no examples. You know, my dad wasn't in the household. My mom, I never see a woman be a wife, and all those things. So we're going to try to fix all of that. So that's how we came up with The Standard. Black man, I appreciate you. If you're somewhere out there, you're looking. The Standard the name came from the Black Man Unfiltered. Go to his channel and subscribe. But he helped me out with that. But The Standard is a group of young people. It's whom I consider the next generation, early 20s. But listen, if I'm not telling you, you need to be paying attention. They're making moves. They're on the right track. They're doing this. Yeah, we can consider them squares. They're doing the right thing. And they're absolutely winning. And I know a lot of squares. So listen, The Standard won't stop with these four. There'll be others. But guess what? We got to first put it out there. And we're going to be talking about it. We're going to have tough conversations. I want you all to join in. I want your questions, because they're setting the standard of the generation to come. They're going to be the ones that turn it around for us. Some of them, but younger, it would be younger. But still, we're not going to have any excuses, because we're going to have some examples. And those examples are going to be The Standard. But BCDC123, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Listen, I appreciate you so very much. I know you've had a difficult week, but not so difficult. Shake it on off and do what you got to do. I appreciate you being here. But I I do want to say something. Well, I'm not going to say it now because we don't have the link in the chat at this moment, but I will make an announcement in a little bit about that. But when you're coming into live, make sure you give me the thumbs up. We appreciate it. So listen, I think that was all I needed to say for now. If there's something else I want to talk to you guys about, I will definitely remember. But The Standard is the new show that's coming. It's coming May 23rd. Y'all got to look out for it. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Yeah, tomorrow I am going to, I did an interview with a young man named Alan. And Alan has, his channel is called We Need to Talk. So I want y'all to, tomorrow it's going to premiere. I don't know the time right now, but when it premieres, we're going to premiere it here on Security Boss Unsolicited also. So I want y'all to tune in for that. It's We Need to Talk. And it's going to be there. It's going to be tomorrow, premiering tomorrow. And hopefully it's good, guys. I did an interview with him. Actually, I felt like I was doing it by myself, but y'all understand what I mean. But I want y'all to check that out. And it's coming tomorrow. So we're going to get to it. Do women ignore all red flags when it comes to high earners? Hey, Aaron, how are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. Now, listen, the other night on the dating show, I had 3 wonderful bachelors, 3 wonderful ones, right? Y'all, they were. Sound like an amazing show, proactive and productive. Oh, yeah. The Standard. We putting those examples out there because guess what? If you need somewhere to go to ask a question or to get some direction and you prefer your peers versus somebody older, then guess what? I got somebody for you. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that, listen, it's going to be good. So tune in for that. But anyway, yes, women do ignore red flags and men do too. It's just like Mr. Steele mentioned, and he took my words. That was my show. But the other night on the dating game, I had 3 amazing young men, no kids, 25, 32, and 32, living their life, enjoying life. All of them want to be married. All of them want to be with traditional women. One of them came from a traditional family. He's more, pretty much. But he's a little bit more lenient. And guess what? He was the one that y'all voted off. Hey, But anyway. The thing I'm getting to is that the one that was voted off, so Jackson was his name, Jax. I really felt like he was the favorite because he wanted to be married. He came in, he talked. He wasn't aggressive, but he was smooth. And he talked about he was involved with an older woman, which sometimes younger men will do that for whatever reason, guys, for whatever reason. But he told us about it and he said, you know what? I wanted to be married at 30 years old and I didn't do it. So next it's going to be 35 and I'm about 5 years. No, actually I'm about 3 years away. So I had to change my life. I'm telling y'all what he didn't say, but this is what I read into it. Y'all heard him, right? He said that he decided to change some things. He wasn't angry with the woman. They just decided to break up. She was 10 years older than him. So that means she was 42 and he was 32. I didn't hear him say it, but I went and investigated and somebody said that the daughter was 21. So I started painting this own picture in my mind. And he said and admitted that, this woman was going in a different direction, meaning this woman had grown kids. So she had a child that was 21. He could not father that child. And he was not going to be a good stepfather to that child. So he felt a little displaced, wouldn't you say? So anyway, he discussed that with us. And I felt like that was very honest and like it had a bit of wisdom to it. Like, God, this man is growing up. He's taking accountability for his life. He's telling us exactly what he did. And now he's telling us what he wants to do different. And I heard it and I was like, he's the one. He's going to be in that. And along with the confidence. And if y'all have not yet seen him dance, go to New Jack City on Instagram and check it out. That's who he is. Anyway, so he had confessions per se. But then we had another young man, Mr. Hines. Love him, love him, love him. The NFL star, actually. He had some young man, country boy. He's just funny. And he was the younger. He admitted some things. He said that he was toxic. And I'm like, interesting. And I think everybody else heard him say that he once was toxic also, but he's working on it. So I'm thinking, okay. Now, when I heard that, I'm thinking, surely, okay, they're going to get rid of him. So as the show went on, I'm listening and I'm thinking about, okay, he's toxic. And, the show, y'all know how it played out. My choice, which I didn't choose because I said I wasn't going to vote because I picked all three of them. My choice was like, voted out. Go, get going. I'm thinking, wait a minute. He was the genuine guy. And I'm wondering all the time, is this how we picking our men? I mean, ladies, is this who we submit to? What's going on? So, you heard the type of cars he drive, 2 Mercedes. But I bet he got more than that. But anyway, come to find out, I'm like, okay, so at the end of the show now, we've gotten to the end of the show and we haven't yet disclosed which one she's picking, but we know my choice. I'm telling now because he's gone. He's gone. And now we got the toxic brother and the quiet brother, both laid back. And I'm thinking, okay, so is it does it have anything to do with him maybe being a high earner? Could that be? Nah. So it brought me to this topic. I like Ace too, but I like Jackson better. I love Naheem, but I'm just thinking about this. It brought me to the topic, and then y'all see who's on the thumbnail. We have what's his name? Y'all call him. I can't even think of the boy's name. Rick Ross. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Rick Ross is in some prison garb. That look like one of them mug shots right there. Y'all see that? The orange. He got the orange jumpsuit on, so that meant he did something, right? But Rick Ross keep getting the women left and right. So I'm just wondering, ladies, are we ignoring the red flags because we have these high earners? Now, I have heard people say, I would rather be homeless and have a Mercedes than homeless and have a Volkswagen. So could that be the case? So I don't know. I like Jackson too. You think we should bring him back? Now, Sheba, this is unsolicited show. I could probably bring him back. I don't know. You got to give me some terms and some conditions on that. How can we bring them back, though? What can we say? She made a mistake. No, that would be y'all. Y'all the one who voted him out. Ooh, that's scandalous. Y'all did that. She didn't do that. Y'all did it. But anyway, that brings me to this. So, ladies, sometimes these men, listen, I always say this. Do y'all know that you can build? You should, God, how can I say this? It's okay to find a man that you can build with. It's actually pleasure in finding a man that you can build with because it's yours. It's y'all's. Y'all did it together. When you have a man that's a high earner, you have to really fall into place. There's nothing wrong with it. But what exactly are you doing? Are you saying that I'm loving this man or am I just loving this lifestyle? We got to be careful with this because how many red flags are we going to ignore for the lifestyle? Now, I heard a young lady say the other day, you should downsize to be with your man. Now, I hate to say this, ladies, but I don't agree. I don't. Now, I'll go homeless with my man, right? I will go homeless with my man, but I'm not going to downsize for my man. I'm not. So I hope that makes sense, y'all. We could build together and lose together, but I'm not going to downsize for him. I'm not. I'm coming in where I'm at, and I'm going to be just like every other woman, hypergamy, and I'm looking up, and we're going to do this together. We're going to be broken together. Are you going to be here, and I'm going to be here? But I'm not going to be here and no, I'm not doing that. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. That's what you want to do, but I think that could breed a lot of resentment. Because if he don't move at your pace, if he don't move like you want him to move, you mad as hell. I promise you mad because you are this motivator. You hitting everything right. You doing all things right. You making money and you just downgraded or downsize your life for this man. And he ain't hitting it as quick as he should. Ooh, that's resentment. Now, listen, that's love too. But like I said, I'll build with mine and lose with mine, but downsizing or downgrading, I'm not going to do. So it's up to you to do what you want to do. But on the flip side of it, though, ladies, should we be ignoring red flags? And if we are ignoring these red flags, what red flags should we be ignoring? Should we domestic violence? I didn't pull Rick Ross's record, but maybe I should have went. It's public, right? Maybe I should have went and looked it up and see what he's done in his time. I ain't gonna put nothing on, but do we ignore domestic violence? Do we ignore fraud? Do we ignore uh what you call that stuff? Drugs, trafficking. What do y'all ignore? What would you all ignore and make it okay? Because to me, that's like damn red flags. What would be okay? I don't know, guys. Y'all need to think about. I told y'all, listen. I'm all the way until I find out that the man is a serial killer, and y'all got to prove to me that my husband's a serial killer. Now, even if somebody said he was a serial killer, I wouldn't believe him at first. But if they had evidence like videotape showing me that he came out, and then I would have to believe it. But anything shy of that, I'm with my man. But what red flags? And I didn't have any red flags. It's just something that happened. But what red flags are y'all willing to overlook? If a man tells you he's toxic, and we didn't get no good answers to what was toxic, my mind just goes way out, y'all. When somebody tell me they talk, I don't know. I'm thinking, what you saying? What does toxic mean? You like to argue? You like to I could deal with some arguing, but are you hiding bodies? What you doing? What's toxic? And he said he's toxic himself. You got some pushback. Why are the men and women why are the men on a woman's timetable? Listen, you mean you talking about the downsizing? You don't have to be, but that's where the resentment comes in. And you absolutely shouldn't be, because she agreed to the relationship. I agree with you pound for pound. If I'm speaking to you correctly, I need you to come up and make it clear for me. There shouldn't be any time frame at all. But that's where the resentment's going to come in, because remember, she agreed to downsize. And when women do stuff like that, or when anybody does something like that, they expect you to be on their time. I promise you they do. And it's wrong, because they agreed to it. So I'm thinking just like you, but that's what I'm talking about, the resentment. It will be very much resentment, because it's all going to be like this. I'm here, I'm doing this, and all you got to do is this and this, and you're not doing it. That wasn't my plan. Because remember, I'm downsizing. So that means I've had some knowledge, or I got something that was here at some point in time. Now it isn't. So whatever that is, that meant I made a huge sacrifice for some reason. And marriage, relationship is nothing but a sacrifice. But in those sacrifices, sometimes there is resentment if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, or you just didn't know exactly what that sacrifice was going to be. Now, guess what? I'm not saying she's right for the resentment. That's absolutely wrong. But it will take God himself to change her mind. He won't be changing the man. He will be changing her. And then she'll have compassion and empathy for him. And of course they can work it out, but it doesn't, on the surface, it doesn't play itself out like that. Okay. So that's what I mean. Now, if I'm wrong with what you're pound for pound, if I didn't understand your comment, in a minute, I'm gonna drop the link, and then you can come up and tell me exactly what you said, because I would love to hear about that. But that's what I meant about it. And we shouldn't be on anybody's time, because it was an agreement. So, no, let me tell y'all this before. Listen, BCDC 123. I'm glad you reminded me of this. There was some incident with my boy Anton Daniel's late night live last week. And due to that, we asked that you all, and listen, I want y'all to come up. I know the names, of course, but backstage, I got to see your face. You do not have to show your face on camera, but you have to show your face to Mr. Boss in the back, because we have to make sure you are who you are. And then we would love to bring you up. Y'all just have to understand, there are a lot of trolls in the world. There are a lot of people that are trying to take us out of here for whatever reason, get our whole channels taken down for whatever reason. I don't know what pleasure you get into that, but because of that, we have to ask you to show your face to Mr. Boss in the back. Then you can actually not come up when you come out, but we have to ask you to do that. So I hope that doesn't change. That doesn't change anybody's mind, about actually camming up, because again, you don't have to cam up for the public, but I need you to show your face to Mr. Boss in the back on backstage. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that. And BCDC, you reminded me of that. He said BCDC does not cam up. Okay. But anyway, getting back to, so listen, red flags. And now Anton's main site is back. Oh, it came back. Oh, that is very good. That's good. Yeah. So I hope he decides to go and do the late night again, because the late night was pretty good. You got to be careful. It's after midnight, y'all. after midnight, the trolls get real heavy. Everybody's personality changes after midnight. Haven't y'all tell? Don't Can't y'all tell? Y'all personality change. I go to bed. I don't know what y'all be doing. But anyway, what are y'all willing to overlook? What are y'all willing to overlook as far as these red flags? Ladies, I'm saying don't overlook anything. Now, that doesn't mean that a man has to be perfect. Okay, I'm not going for perfection, and there's nobody's going to be perfect. But when I say red flag, I mean that could be that's something that you can't live with, or that's something that's going to be very difficult for you to live with. BCD says, no disrespect, Ms. Ball. That's to anyone else who goes on anyone else's panel. Don't let them up. Oh, I know. No, background. You gotta show face, because I didn't see it, of course. But yeah, you have to show something, because people are really being awful. And you know what? I don't even know how they doing this. It's really ridiculous the way they do this, pick up people's name and stuff. I hate that. But, you know, that's just the time we're living in. We have to protect ourselves at all costs and in all ways. So you got to do what you got to do. But I hope that doesn't deter anyone from actually hitting the link and coming up and speaking on this. But listen, make sure when you come into live, you're giving me the thumbs up. But anyway, what red flags do we ignore? There's one woman I know, they ignored 36 red flags. Know a man by the name of Jay. He got 36 kids. Now Jay gonna come and get me, because I always refer back to Jay. But Jay always got a woman. He had 36 kids, y'all. So do we ignore 36 red flags, or do you consider kids red flags? I want to know what y'all think about it. He had 36 kids, and he still had a woman. 36, Stephen. Yes, 36. Go back and look at it. It was on Ayana. 36 kids. So somebody ignored that. And he still had a woman. What do we ignore? Do we ignore that this man can't hold down a job for no longer than 90 days? Is that something that we ignore? I'm telling y'all better be careful with these red flags, because these red flags are actually, what do you call them? They're actually a peek into their real life. You know, it's not showing you the whole thing, but it's showing you some things. Do we, and listen, I ain't trying to knock nobody that smoked a full classroom. Look, actually, that's more than, because now, you know what? It's supposed to be 30 to 1. Do you have 36 in the classroom? Yeah, he does. He was on Ayana. So somebody's ignoring 36 kids. He had a woman. So, somebody ignored those red flags. But I want to know, what y'all think? Do women ignore red flags more, or do men ignore red flags more? Because just like Eugene still said, men ignore the red flags when women have what we used to call big button smile, but now they got another name. Y'all know that. Beautiful women, they basically can call the shots. They can basically do what they want, and men will ignore the red flags. So, but I need to know, what are we ignoring? Like I said, are we going to ignore 36 kids? Are we going to ignore 5, 6? How many are we going to ignore? Are we going to ignore? And listen, this has nothing to do with people who smoke. If you smoke, that's on you. But what if I don't like cigarette smoke? Am I going to ignore the smoker? I'm going to be like, because he told me he was trying to stop. Am I going to ignore the fact that the man smokes or drinks or get high because he's trying to stop? He told me he was trying to stop, and I believe him. Do I ignore that? Do I ignore the man that cussed like a sailor, knowing I don't want nobody cussing like a sailor all the time? Sailors cuss all the time. Do I ignore it? These are all red flags. These are things you have to live with. And what is it actually saying? It's giving us a glimpse into these people's real life, but what are we ignoring? What are my red flags? Oh, you mean mine or like opposite? Tell me which one, my red flags, what I don't like, or what my red flags? No smoking, please. Yeah, that, but I've been married so long. I don't know. That wouldn't be it. Something that I wouldn't go for. I wouldn't have a man with a lot of kids. I wouldn't have a man with more than one child. That would be, and 2 kids would have been a red flag for me. I'll get an ex-wife, but 2 kids would have been a red flag for me. Something else. A man with no job is a red flag. A man with no job, no business would be a red flag. Another thing too, and I hope I can't say that because that might not come off right. I like a smart man. Let's just say it like that. I like a smart man. I told y'all I like a man. Miss Craig, I like a musty man. A man that don't mind going out there changing a tire, fixing something, getting on a ladder, all that stuff. I like a real man. So anybody who would be in the mirror more than me, or that would be a red flag for me. So I like that type of guy. So those all would be red flags. But the most thing I think when I was dating back then was children. I did not want a man that had a bunch of kids or any kids. My husband had one child and one previous wife, and that was about my max. So I tend to ignore red flags because I don't want to be shallow, always end up regretting it. So you're associating red flags with being shallow. So yours is all about a physical appearance, Chantel. Is that what you're saying? It's all physical? I'm talking about deeper than physical. I'm talking about the things you get to know about them. The things, what about those aggressive men? Y'all seen men who, they like at the restaurant, all of a sudden, well, no, let's say it this way. One moment they'll be real cool and calm, and all of a sudden they flip and they go off. And you be like, wait a minute, what just happened? They don't go off on you, but they just might just go off. And you be like, then you get to thinking about it, and you be like, now he didn't act like that the other day. Are you paying attention to those red flags? I mean, are you just saying, he just, he was just upset. What about the one, hey, how about this? What would you do? Would it be a red flag to you if you was with a guy and he said, F the police? Think about it. I wouldn't do. You know what? That's another red flag. I want somebody who obeys the law. I want somebody who obeys. I just want y'all to think about it. I want to hear also women that fight. Man, what you mean? Don't a woman be fighting? Everybody need to run. If you see women really, really fighting, you mean like throwing hands? No, we don't need to be around that at all. But they be doing it in Walmart a lot. Inconsistencies, not showing up for dates, not returning calls. But guess what? That's always overlooked. You always giving a second and third chance for that. That means that man's a liar, y'all. He ain't doing nothing but telling a lie. I'm going to tell you something my husband told me. He said, grown folks do what they want to do. I want y'all to think about that. Grown folks do what they want to do. Hey, Bethany, y'all think about that. Miss Jennifer, how are you? A loose cannon. Yes. What is all these things that we're overlooking? What are all these red flags? What about the one that come to your house all the time and he hungry? What about that? What do y'all think about that? He always come to your house hungry. Are y'all paying attention to these things? Ladies, single women, I want to know. Because these are things that you have to, at the Walmart, they always see through you. They always fighting at the Walmart. Got a whole channel devoted to the fights at the Walmart, the women. But ladies, I want to know, what are you overlooking? Somebody overlooked 36 kids for Jay. There are women out there now, men got 5 kids, men 5 and 10 kids, and they still got a woman. How is that possible, y'all? Don't y'all think a man with 5 and 10 kids maybe need to be left alone for just a little bit? Leave him alone. Let him be daddy. He don't need to be boyfriend or fiance. Let him be dad for just a little while. And then maybe we could check back in a little later, because allow him to be. I mean, if he's focusing on you, he can't be focusing on the kids. But that's a red flag, and we continue. What about the man with no car? What about the grown man with no car that always want to borrow yours? Are these red flags? Women, what about the women that fight? How about we overlook all this stuff? And the other day, this young man tells us he's toxic, and he's still on the show, but we voted out the one that seemed like he had a real stable background. He was confident. He came in there, knocked down the door, and was like, "Babe, I want your attention." We was like, "You get out of here." Why did we do that? So the good guy really finished his last, right? Are we making this all true? Because we hear this stuff all the time. He was the good guy. Not saying that Naheem wasn't. I'm sure Naheem's a great guy. I'm just saying, why did we vote him out, y'all? Gia, thank you so much for your $9.99 super chat. You get the money line song, I think, in just a moment. I think we're going to get the money line song. Gia, you're going to get the money line song. There you go. I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Money
ain't no decline.
Yeah. I got some more red flags for y'all. But hold on. Gia says, do we ignore, let me go over here and see it. Do we ignore or do we accept the dim reality of our dating pool? Had a dude laugh and tell me with 5 children, including ghetto twins. Oh my God, Gia. He had plenty of single childless women interested in him. See what, Gia? Did you run? Did you just back up out of it? I mean, how did you handle that? I mean, this is what I'm talking about. He had plenty childless single women after him. What? Go be I'm women, ladies. That's a red flag. But what about this? Yeah, we're gonna get a little bit deeper. What about the red flag when the man tells you he's allergic to the condom or he can't wear one? What do you do? Do you continue to have sex with him? Or do you be like, that's a real bad problem. You're gonna have to go get you one that you're not allergic to, or I'm not the one for you. It's time out for y'all to be ignoring these red flags. These red flags be getting us in trouble, and we continue to ignore them, right? So stop. Men, just because she got a big butt and a smile, I'm telling you, y'all don't get caught up in that. If she don't have real good sense, or if she can't cook you a meal, if she ain't willing to fold your underwear, she ain't the one. Fold your underwear, I said it. If she's not willing, I ain't say she had to do it, but if she's not willing, she is not the one. So listen, y'all, I'm Chantel. I know you like them to look good. I like them to look good too, but we got to get all that sin out of our eyes, shackles of sin, remove it and see who's really behind all of that. Because those red flags gets us in trouble. And we gave our whole life away and the man ain't hitting on nothing. Or the woman, guys, she's not hitting on 2 cents. And y'all done devoted your life to it. You're going to be with her for the next 18 years. Because guess what? You got pregnant. BBD 1990. That girl is poison. Yes. And you don't even find out about it until afterwards. Yep. You're right. So I just want to know from you all, how is it that a man can tell us he's toxic and it's okay? How can that happen? So listen, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Heather, how are you? I'm going to drop the link in the chat and I need for y'all to come up. Who is it? Blooming Evidence says, a man told me a red flag for him was a woman that never said thank you. I thought that was interesting. I would say that was a red flag too, because that says to me that she felt like she deserved it. That was very conceited. I agree with him. I agree. That would build up a lot of resentment. Because if you keep giving to a person and they never reciprocate or even acknowledge that you gave it to them, you would end up hating that person. So he's right. He's right. It's not SB. What's not? What was it, T-Shaw? I don't remember. But listen, the link is in the chat. I need y'all to come up and let me know because I need to know what red flags. Y'all be honest with me. Let me tell you something What red flag did my husband have that I overlooked? Let me think. I don't know if I'm going to tell you the one red flag, and it really wasn't a red flag, but I've said this before. My husband likes to eat. And as soon as I said likes to eat, I see Big Bad Bull. Big Bad Bull, all he wants is a woman to cook for him too. Big Bad Bull. My husband liked to eat. And when I first met him, all he wanted to do was eat. I mean, he likes somebody to cook him some food. And I always say this, when I first got married, I was a single woman, right? So what I care about going to the grocery store, I could have got me a little Tony's pizza. I could have went to my mama's house. I could have done a whole lot of other things and satisfied my appetite. Hey, Real, how are you? So I didn't need to go cooking or, grocery shopping and all that stuff. But he wanted to do $100 a week budget for food. I'm like, what? Who does that? Now, I'm calling it a red flag, y'all. I'm calling it a red flag because I don't like to put that much into eating. Now, y'all need to help me with that. That might just be my craziness, but I hate to buy food. Big Bad Bull, don't get me. Don't get mad. I hate to buy food. I hate spending money on food. I feel like it's the biggest waste in the world. But I 27 years, I've been feeding him. He good. He's still here. But that was a red flag to me. I should have known this man liked to eat when he came in the door, and I knew that I didn't care about food. But he was like, "You're not getting ready to give me no Tony's pizza." And I was like, "What? Why not? I mean, it's just food. Just keep it moving." But no, he wanted to eat. So that was a red. SB, I think you were Miss Creative. You felt the same way. I didn't. Oh God. Listen, guys, if y'all find a man and they really like to eat, y'all, they really do like to eat. What pound for pound? I'm being honest. I'm having an honest moment. This is real. My husband came in the door wanting to eat. Even now, he wants to go. Let's go to this restaurant. He loves to eat, and I'd be like, oh, but now I don't care. But back then, I just did not want to invest money in food. So that was a red flag for me. I overlooked it, but he was paying, so it worked out. But I just don't like to eat like that. But my husband, listen, he gonna eat, he gonna have his dessert, he gonna enjoy it, and he's gonna be happy. And as soon as I said that, Big Bad Bull, that's all he ever talks about is a good woman cooking him a meal. He ain't said nothing about dessert, but mine like dessert. So I get it. I get it. And I've conformed, but that should have been a red flag to me that I'm gonna have to be spending a lot of money on groceries and stuff like that. But I overlooked it. And I guess if that was the worst thing that could happen, you snack queen. I don't know about them snacks, Miss Creative. You gotta do better than that because that make you fat. Don't do the snacks. Just don't worry about eating. Go outside, walk around, do something. But that was a red flag. He loved to eat. That was one. But my husband didn't smoke. He was a man of God. He didn't, he was pretty good. But I'm gonna have to ask him what was a red flag for me. Who knows? I know. I don't even know. I have to ask him what it was. But anyway, that was one thing. Yeah, Big Man. That was one thing that I noticed that when we first got together, I did not like it. I did not want to invest money in food. Y'all, I'm sorry when that comes. I did not. And that was one big red flag. I didn't want to do that. But other than that, he didn't smoke or drink or anything like that. He drank sometime, but so that wasn't a big deal. But that was one of the things. SB, I responded to the chat to your question about what was not okay. Okay. But again, the link is in the chat. Y'all want to come? I want some of y'all to come up and let me know what red flags have you accepted over the years. And then it might help me think, y'all, we've been together a long time. So I probably don't forget about some things that went on in the beginning. But the one thing I did not think about was definitely that eating food. Yeah, that food you know what though? I need to see it as a blessing. Let me read this super chat and I'm going to tell y'all why it's a blessing. Thank you, Ace. Thank you so much for your super chat. And he says that was a red flag that he should have had on you. Look, big button smile. Ace, you get the money line. I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Money line. I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Yeah. See, Ace, I kind of flipped that on you, didn't I? But see, listen, it works both ways. But listen, I may need to consider that a blessing because this is no lie. I've say this all the time. In the beginning, y'all, I told y'all about how we didn't have any money. And the husband wanted to $100 a week budget on food. And I'm like, we're too young people. And, it just wasn't feasible, but he was going to do it. So remember I told y'all we was bouncing checks left and right. So it made us actually decide to put our money in one pot. So once we put, I say musty. I know what musk is. I say musty, but hold on for a minute. So we decided to put money in one pot. So maybe it was a blessing that my husband needed to have $100 a week budget on food, because then it made us actually come together quicker and become, get on one accord much sooner than it would be if he didn't care about eating, because we were forced to put the money, so we would have more money we end up putting together. So maybe I should consider that a blessing. So Mr. Awesome says, how you want a musky man, but not expect him to eat a lot? I work construction and I can put it away and gain no way. Salute. Listen, I don't know. I was 25. I was 24, then 25. I didn't know no better, Mr. Awesome. Forgive me. But I learned. But like I said, I need to consider that a blessing because it actually put the money together. And when we put the money together, we had more money. And then we didn't bounce any more checks. And he's still been eating ever since. So no harm, no foul. So I get it. And guess what, y'all? My mama used to like to feed them. Them old people, they want to cook and make people eat. Oh, God, I don't want to talk about it anymore. But anyway, I need to hear from you all some of those red flags because I'm trying to think of some things that I may have overlooked before, but the food was one of the things in the beginning of the relationship. I didn't care about, we were so much alike, as in like the way we grew up, and two-parent household and high school. Well, all that stuff was so comparable to each other that part didn't matter. It was just that the food was kind of blew my mind, a little bit. But again, I got over it. And some would say that's not a big deal. He should have been holding it against me, but he didn't. I didn't say I didn't cook now. I used to cook. I just didn't like to invest money into food. It just blew my mind to put $100 a week on food. So forgive me. I'm good now. My aunties and grannies love to cook. Yeah, they do. And they love to see people eat their food, and they'll just keep giving you food over and over again. I know. That is not good. That wasn't a red flag, SB. You were lazy. Lazy how? I said I used to like to cook. I didn't like to eat. I was 24 and 25-year-old. Y'all don't know. You need to check in pound for pound. 24 and 25-year-olds don't eat. If you're trying to keep it tight. We don't eat. Back then, you don't eat. If you are a woman from the South and you can't, I never said anything but not being able to cook. Army vet, where did you hear that? I said I used to cook all the time. I just didn't want to invest money into food. $100 a week in 1995, y'all, $100 a week. Gosh, y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Halitosis, breath, all to red flag. Ooh, you wouldn't try to get them help. That means, ooh, that's a good one. What about this? What about a man that had flagellants all the time? Is that a red flag? What y'all think about that? He's sitting up farting all the time. What y'all think? Then running away from it, like you did it. Are those red flags? So y'all ain't gonna care, but we gonna just go back and forth like this. But y'all got some good ones. That was a good one. Mama be like, you want some? Oh God, it went away too quick. I'm sorry about that. Who was that? Was that Miss C? It went away so quick. Some of y'all missing y'all HVM trying to dodge a dragon. Look, your high value man got dragon breath. That is a problem because he need to go get that fixed. Y'all better stop coming for 20 year Miss Security Buzz. She had to grow. I know, beast. Tell them. I was 24 and 25 years. What 24 and 25-year-old y'all know to eat? Y'all need to check in. Because as women, we don't usually eat around that time. We just be picking up what we need. Sour stomach ninja, stop. Okay, listen. If y'all would compromise on hygiene, that's not good. Because y'all know that doesn't change, right? You putting fiber in the diet, that doesn't change. If y'all have a man that got bad teeth, okay, wait a minute. If y'all willing, what about the one with the chipped tooth? Are you going to fix it? Would you accept them and then fix it? Or would you just consider that a red flag? What would you do? Wouldn't you want to know how it happened? Were you in a fight? Did you fall? Is it, because they used to say that was cute back in the day. Y'all know that, right? That was like cute to have a chipped tooth in the front of your mouth. Would you investigate it? Would you help him get it fixed? Or would you just consider that a red flag? Like, nah, he might like to fight. I don't know what's going on. His hygiene might not be too good because what would you think? Would you allow that to go? I don't know. My ex-husband was 6'6", so yes, he had to eat. Yeah, Brittany, $100 a week too? You can, I know, but why is it not already fixed? Y'all gotta listen. Y'all need to be asking these right questions. How's a chipped tooth cute? Listen, ladies, Stephen Day has a question. When I was younger, I'm not Stephen. This is the true story. Girls used to say that men with chipped tooth in the front was cute, was kind of attractive. It was, I don't know why, but yes, it was. It was. I'm serious. And I don't know if anybody here agrees with me. I have seen that before, but they used to say that was kind of cute. So, just like now, when I was younger, braces were like, oh, what they used to call us, train track mouth. Now braces are considered cute. So how about that? So these things change over time, Who knows why? Hey, Corey, how are you? But listen, no one's going to actually come up and tell me what red flag. I know y'all got some juicy ones. what about the baby mama that was waiting on the porch when y'all came home for dinner from dinner that night? What about her? Was she a red flag? Did you overlook it? What, would y'all date a man who has a child that is less than a year old? Is that considered a red flag? Did y'all hear what I said? A man has a child and the child is less than 1 years old. Would you date him? Is that considered a red flag?
Dr. Eugene Steele joined.
Is that considered a red flag? I want to know. Never cute to me. I had to match my smile. Listen, it wasn't cute to me either, but I'm just telling you, I remember it. I remember that. So listen, let's bring up Mr. Steele. I know Mr. Steele got a story for me because I kind of remember one of his myself. Mr. Steele.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. Listen, you told a story over on Anton's not too long ago, and you had a whole bunch of red flags in that story.
Oh my God.
Woo!
Oh yeah. I really like this woman, and yeah, I just wanted to get to know her, but she just won't go ahead and just jump in and give it to me. To make a long story short, and that was the first time I ever done it, to be honest with you. But in my earlier relationships, I have seen other red flags, in some of my earlier relationships because I was just starting off. I mean, during my high school and college days, I did not have any luck with women or girls, until I got out of college. And then the very first serious relationship I've been in, you know, I've seen, I've at first I really there were a lot of red flags that I have ignored. And when you were in a lonely state before you get into a relationship, it's easy, to jump on to miss to not detect the red flags, because if you quit, you go back into that lonely state. But yeah, the first very serious relationship I had red flags. I mean, it was pretty much one sided, compulsive, everything else.
But listen, why would you consider listen, there's not I happen to think being spontaneous is not a red flag, but you said compulsive. What do you mean by compulsive?
Okay, well, I can remember one day, right? I mean, this was like 30, 20-degree weather, right?
Mm-hmm.
She wanted me to take my shoes off in that weather before, I mean, for a few minutes before I could walk in her place. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's cold out here. I could have gotten frostbites or something doing that. That's a good example of that.
Wait a minute. She wanted you to do that so you wouldn't track the water or the wetness inside the house, or
I
what was
think
the
that
reason?
was the reason. Yeah. But, and then
Mm,
there were some other things that were pretty one sided. Like, if she's tired of doing something, right? I understand she didn't feel like it. But if I'm tired, she was like, oh, come on. For
she was
real.
a bully. So she was a little bully. She was a bully in bed, wouldn't she?
Well, not much of a bully,
Or what?
but yeah, not much of a bully, just pretty one sided.
I call that a bully. If you tell her, listen, let me say it, just let's flip it over. If a woman told you no and you said, come on, let's do it, and then you proceeded on to do it, what would they call you?
Whew. Uh,
I was just keeping it light by saying bully, but what would they call you?
whoa, I don't know what I would call that.
Yeah, we ain't
But
gonna even talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah, but I mean, like I say, things were just one sided, in my first relationship. And like I said, when you're in these early relationships, you know, it's a learning experience.
Right.
I know there was another one, and then there was another relationship I was in, very short one. She was very insecure. Her insecurities. She compares me to all the other guys that she's been with. And it was a trust issue with her. And luckily, she due to insecurity, she broke up with me first before I got a chance to broke up with her. So that ended up being a good thing for me because I told her, look, it's on you now. Okay.
So you saying that she verbally would compare you to other men, like just
Pretty
I,
much. Yeah. Uh-huh. Exactly.
oh, that's terrible. So
Yeah.
what would be right now a red flag if you had to have one, just a deal breaker? What would it be right now if you met a woman? What would it be? What could she do after all your experience? What could she do to make you be like, no, I'm running away?
Well, well, a red flag to me is if she's selfish. For one thing, that would be a red flag. If she hangs with people who can pose a threat, to me or her, that would be a red flag for me as well. Because I met this one girl, right? This one woman who had a very, 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 well, let's say a background that was not safe, for her, or let's say a background that has a lot of drama.
Okay.
And I did not want to be dragged in all that drama. So,
Okay.
so I detected it early and not pursue it.
Okay. So if a woman came to you and she said, I used to be toxic, how would you take that?
Uh, it would be a red flag for me, but I mean, yeah, I would wait to see what happened if she really learned from it. Okay,
Okay.
and somewhere along the line, if there were signs to where she did not learn from it, that's it. I have experienced enough.
You sound like you have. You definitely have. So
Yeah,
listen, I know you're gonna be at I choose you now. The bachelor's coming next, so I want you to keep your ears open, okay?
I sure will.
All right. So thank you. Got do you have anything else you want to leave us with today? Because I'm going to bring up Mr. Corey.
Well, just one last thing. Sometimes, red flags can be easy or hard to detect, and it also depends on your mindset. Like, for example, as I told you about the first few relationships, before then I was very lonely and desperate. And when you're lonely and desperate, you know, you're not gonna see things very clearly. Those red flags will be really hard. But now that I've been in them, you can tell a mile away now. So yeah, so this is why careful courting is very important,
Very
so
much
that
so.
you can get an idea of what you can face, and how your partner is.
Mm, you're right about that because it could go so wrong in 2020 in 2022 now because people are doing things now that are deemed acceptable, but they're not good for relationships, and
Right.
they're introducing all types of things in relationships just to see how far, I think, just to see how far they can go.
Hmm.
If you're a kind of person that is overlooking these things, then that means you're just accepting those things for your relationship. It happens once, it's probably going to happen again.
Right.
So I agree with you. So thank you for that and continue to listen. And I can't wait to see you on Friday.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay. So Corey, you're not, that's fine. Oh, I think I am ready. Make sure you flash your face for us really quick. So in the backstage, so Mr. Boss can verify who you are, and then we're gonna bring you up. I appreciate you coming up because I've never seen you before. You're one of my fam faves. So that would be great to see you. If she blames Zodiac for her bad habits, Miss Dawson, who blames Zodiac for their bad habits? We just be wrong. It ain't got nothing to do with your Zodiac. You know what? Did you Corey, you may need to drop back out and come in through Chrome. Millen is a little different. So you might need to come back into Chrome so your camera will work, and then you don't have to cam up after that. That might be what needs to happen because I can't see you at all. So anyway, Yeah, we need to, because he mentioned something too that's very that's not easily seen, but the Blooming Ebony kind of leaned towards this also. He mentioned being selfish as being a huge red flag. Do you all think that you all would miss that, or do you think that you would catch somebody being selfish? That's an excellent question, because I almost think that that can be disguised. I think that that's something that may be overlooked, not intentionally, but in the first 90 days to 6 months of a relationship, we putting, that representative is showing up. And that representative is showing up to get what they want on both sides. So there's no selfishness. We doing everything. We opening doors. We buying lunch. We buying dinner. We sending roses on a Monday. We folding underwear. We making sure everything is good over here on this side. Ain't nobody hungry. Everybody leaving the house empty. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So the first 90 days, we can, the representative is not, we could play those games. But then after 90 days, when you start getting used to each other, and then you start seeing this selfish thing come out, what do? You already like him. You already like him, and he already like you. Now you realize that he's selfish or that she's selfish. How did you realize it? You know how you realized it? Because he wouldn't give you that last piece of cake. Yeah. The men that like to eat, take them to the restaurant. If they don't give you that last piece of cake, he's selfish. Y'all know that may not be a good test. Big Bad Boy, would you give your woman the last piece of cake? My husband would not give me the last piece of cake. I'm going to tell you what he'll do. I bring my piece of cake home, and by the time I'm ready to eat it the next day, he already done ate it. That's what he did for the first 5 years of our marriage. So, you just don't know. You don't know. But that was food, and that was his thing. So, but yeah, that's a big deal though. Selfish, because selfishness has, this is me talking, because I hear people tell me something different. No, the new craziness is God made me do it. Really? All I know is the cake was gone when I went in that refrigerator. Me and my husband fell out for years about this. Y'all, he would always eat my leftovers. He would eat my leftovers. He would eat the food and the leftovers, guys. We used to not fight. I used to be like, what's going on? Stephen, you supposed to give your woman the last piece of cake. If there's one donut sitting there, and you done had 12, wrong number. You done had 10, and she done had one, and there's one sitting there. You're not going to let her have that one donut to make a dozen. You going in for the donut, and you done had 10 donuts already. Okay. Feminist. What's feminist? What's that? Oh, you saying feminist. Oh my God. That, you know what? That ain't no red flag. That's a no. Come on. That's just a no. Your last piece of cake is our last piece of cake. Come on. No. Listen, we got a dozen of donuts, right? You done had 10. She had one. She went in the kitchen. Y'all watching the show. Y'all watching the Ozarks. She come back. You already got that donut halfway in your mouth. This is something that's real, y'all. This happened in my house. This happens in my house. I think I just saw it, but make sure I did. This happens in my house, y'all. I'm telling, this is a true story. And then he done got halfway in his mouth. And he was like, babe, did you want that? What am I supposed to say? Yeah, take it out, right? This is true stories, y'all. This is real. This is a real deal. I'm like, no, I don't want it. And then he going to eat it. This is real. So my husband ain't giving me the last piece of cake. He ain't even sharing. He is not. We go to the Cheesecake Factory. Y'all, I'm not going to tell y'all no more of my stories, but we go to the Cheesecake Factory. I did have a story I wanted to tell y'all. I do have a story I want to tell you, and this has nothing to do with anything, but I just wanted to share this because my husband and I have been together for so long, and I ain't going to say that no more because my husband said I say it too much because he's been with me for so long. But we went to the Cheesecake Factory, and I got another story I want to tell. We went to the Cheesecake Factory, and you know how the cheesecake be so big, right? And now y'all already know I don't like spending no money on food. So I said, babe, let's share. Let's do half. He'd be like, no, get your own. Then he'll try to tell me which flavor to get. So when he come home, he'll be able to eat mine and his because he know I'm going to go eat a little bit, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. So the next day he'll have mine too. Ain't that's classic, right? He know this. He know it. He know it. He claims it. That's nasty, eating out the people. No, not your husband. It's not. It's love, girl. It's love. Miss Creators, it's love. Right. Because what something happened to him? I have to give him CPR, something like that. What I'm gonna do? Wait for somebody else to come? No. He knows me. I know him. So that's love. But let me tell y'all this story. I'm gonna tell you, we have been together so long. I know he probably done forgot all about this, but and this has nothing to do with what we were talking about, but it was just a thought that came to me. I think it was this morning. And it's crazy, but my husband and I have done some real crazy stuff. And this is how you know when you've been together so long, right? We done some crazy stuff. And my husband is destined not to be average, and I have never wanted to be average. So we always trying something. Okay. So one time we went to Virginia, y'all, and we was trying out for Family Feud. Is that the craziest thing? Let me tell you what's funny about this, though. My husband was supposed to go see what was going on, like go check out the spot where we were supposed to be. He went real early to come back and get me, because I was getting myself together, whatever. So he was gonna go check it out so we could just zoom right in. So he went to check it out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's good. Nobody's there. It's so early. Nobody's there. We get together and go back. We'll be like first in line, right?" Y'all, when we went back, how about the line was like wrapped around the building, down the street, around the corner. I said, where was you at? He was like, I don't know what happened. It was so crazy. I said, was you on this side of the building? He was like, yeah, I was, but none of these people, y'all, there was like 1 million people there within like 15 minutes. I was like, this can't be true. You could not have. He was like, I promise you it was here. You did it too? Yeah, I wanted to sign, Mr. Logic, I wanted to sign up for Family Feud. So we went and did it but we didn't get on, of course. But we did that. We do crazy stuff like that. And it was one more thing. And ladies, y'all gonna like this. I always tell my husband that I wanted to go see Wendy Williams. Now, if your man don't take you to do one thing in life that you really want to do, then he need to go in this game. I'm not saying he's not a bad man, but he need to go in this game. So I told my husband I wanted to go see Wendy Williams. So for my anniversary, it might have been maybe COVID was 2 years. It might have been 4 or 5 years ago now. I don't even know. My husband took me to see Wendy Williams. So we were live on the Wendy Williams show. So if I take y'all back, y'all need to go back and look. Security Boss and Mr. Boss was on the back row of Wendy Williams, shaking it up. Y'all, we was doing our own money line song. We were live. Hey, Just Jay, how are you? It's good to see you. But we were on the Wendy Williams show. So if y'all ever go back and look at the reruns, we were there. My husband made that happen for me. So we went to go see Wendy Williams. I just wanted to share that with you because I had forgot about it. And something happened and made me think of some of the crazy stuff that I was doing. What's up, SB Nation? Mr. Logic, how you doing? Oh, Mr. Logic, I need you to come up because I know for a fact we're going to get back to the subject with you. The subject is, how many red flags do you think women overlook for men, or vice versa? What red flags do women overlook for men? And I know you got some red flags, Mr. Logic, that you done been through. I need Mr. Logic, Mr. Boss, I need a kid to show me how this tech stuff works. Listen, all you got to do is go in through Google Chrome and it'll walk you through. Just put the link into Google Chrome, and it'll allow you to come in, Corey. Sorry about that. It is a little different. Good evening, Captain Executive. How are you? It's good to see you guys. So tonight, guys, we are talking about red flags. And it's, do women ignore all red flags when men are high earners?
Corey, I'll get joined.
Did that work this time? I thought show us a quick face, Corey, and then we'll let you up. I don't know if the camera's working or not. Well, if the camera's working, it ain't gonna matter, is it? Because I mean, it won't work.
It should work. It should work. You just gotta, okay.
Oh, anyway. So anyway, I don't know. I still don't see you, Corey. I'm not sure what's going on with your camera, but so anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all. But I do want to hear about some of y'all red flags. But I just happen to be thinking about that. And my husband probably had forgot about the darn Family Feud. But we did that, and we did the Wendy Williams. And it's been a lot over the last 27 years. But I just thought about that this morning and thought that was the funniest thing. And I wanted to share that with you all. Corey, how are you, sir? Uh-oh. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. Can you hear me? No. Yeah, you got to get you a kid to learn this stuff. It's not easy. But Miss J, okay, so
Aaron
anyway,
joined.
Aaron, I don't want to hear any of your red flags, sir. None. No, I'm just kidding. How you doing, Aaron?
Aaron no joined.
Is it us or is it you all that are struggle streaming? Aaron, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So how you doing today, sir?
Everything's good. Everything's good. I'm just listening to the show.
So you know where this topic came from because y'all just ignored the toxicity and just just got rid of the good guy.
Listen, toxic mean different things because women, they call it, I don't even like using this word. They call it the whole phase. So they used to doing certain things.
Oh, I see.
So they remember when they was toxic and they want to be forgiven for that. So they have to be forgiven of toxic things. That's kind of how it works.
So do women ignore all red flags when men are high earners?
Well, ignore that's a key word. No, I don't necessarily think they ignore it. Uh they're willing to take more from a person with more money, more resources, more power than somebody else. But it doesn't mean they're unaware. So they actually know it exists. They just have more endurance. They can actually deal with it a little bit. They have more. I'm not the word's not coming to my head right now, but they're a lot more. How would you say?
Forgiving?
Well, that's not the word I'm thinking of, but I will take that word because it's not hitting me right now. But yeah, no, they just willing to they willing to accept it. I guess for a longer period of time, but I think every woman has a breaking point. I don't think that they can omit for a long enough time. They have a breaking point.
Oh, so you think it's a temporary thing. So you don't think it's a behavior. Okay, so I got you. You're saying that they may do something. I was thinking maybe they did something once or twice, but you're saying if it's a part of who they are. Chantel said they're more lenient.
Oh no, Chantel, she's toxic. She watches Snap. I saw in the comments.
Oh,
She's toxic. She
Chantel,
watches Snap. I saw that, Chantel. You ain't gonna get away from me.
Chantel toxic. Mm.
I'm gonna have to say it. She watching that Snap show. That's red flags all the way. She trying to find ways to put your body in a dumpster, disintegrate your remains. No, no, no. I know what's going on.
Oh no. Oh no. Mr. Logic. Mr. Logic. Mr. Logic, they call you toxic number one. I know you. Is it okay for do women ignore all red flags when men are high earners? Was that a yeah? I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm sick. Had to get to the Philippines, so I had to get them shots.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. They shot me up like I was a little African slave.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
They make you sick first and then they make you better, or they make sure you stay healthy.
them shots is crazy though, man. Some of them shots you got to get. Yeah. I'm thinking about stop traveling and just chill. I'm thinking about retiring for real. But nah, yeah, women always overlook a lot of stuff. It just depends. If it's a man they like sexually attracted to, they'll overlook a lot of red flags. It's probably coming to finance. It's probably coming to dealing with a lot of different stuff. It's just that, and then if a guy bring finance, they'll overlook a lot of other things on the other side. So women just go from one end to the other. You know what I'm saying? Very rarely will you see that very slim medium for women.
Catherine says she hope you get well soon, Mr. Logic. We don't like you with the runny nose and sick. We like you
No,
being logic.
we can't forget about the filters on every Instagram picture. Filters on every single picture. It's red flags.
It's a red flag. So do men actually ignore these red flags also?
Yes.
Ignore. I don't like the word ignore because I don't think they ignore it. I think, see, Brittany said the word I was looking for was tolerant. Your tolerance level is way more for somebody that you're willing to deal with on a certain level. I'll give you an example. Certain women will say, I don't deal with guys that don't make money. They never come up to me because they're intimidated. They can tell I'm expensive, right? Women can tell what I'm. Listen, that's what they say. The chat will back me up. That's what women say. They crazy.
Do women be really talking like this? They say these things out of their mouth. They know I'm expensive.
Social media, then
you don't have to say it. Money is very loud.
Listen, I'm just reporting the news, okay? And then for the men, listen, women know what come with messing with men with resources and power. They not now listen, they won't say it out loud because then people will be like, you knew. They want to have the ability for plausible deniability. They want to be able to say, I didn't know. I thought he was different. Come on now. Plausible deniability. They know what's coming with a guy with money, resources, attention, power. They know what comes with it. They know.
So listen, we're going to take a commercial break real quick. And our commercial break is going to go over to the young man in the corner that's sniffling right now. And we're going to tell him that he did an awesome job on Friday night, even though he's not feeling well. And we loved him being on the show. The I Choose You. He was an awesome judge and he looked very nice. And Mr. Logic, I'm talking about you. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, you see how, look, why other women can't be like you?
What you mean?
Look, security boss, I gotta give, you know what I'm saying, your Mr. Boss props, you know what I'm saying, for grooming you and making you, but you know, you do the little things and you say the little things that actually will make somebody fight for you. I'll be peeping your, you know what I'm saying, your little savvy, little smooth stuff around there, and then you just carry yourself like a woman. And I'm telling you, and that's like that's one of the attributes that's dead.
Men's
You know what, Mr. Logic, I was having a conversation today with a very smart man, and this is how we said it. You just said I carry myself like a woman, but I like to think I carry myself like a lady. And I want to tell you that not many women know how to be ladies. And this is honest. And there is a difference.
See, the thing is it's almost like nowadays women like that will become aliens. So, you know what I'm saying? It kind of stands firm that you carry yourself as a woman. And then when we look at it, a lot of other women carry themselves as men. So now, look.
What is going on tonight?
Before you start breaking up the ops.
I brought the heavy hitters tonight.
And I gotta be an op, bro.
Listen, when did Thinking Man become an op? Thinking Man, how you been?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
It came about ops, man.
Hey man, I like that Neapolitan hat you got on, Logic.
What flavor is it?
That mint. Oh.
But see, I mean, I'm gonna just say this, right? Like, because I be looking at like some of these new female content creators or whatever, right? And I analyze everything, right? And I just look at them, and then most of the time they'll prove me right on my perception of it. And then I can say you, and there's one other female that's in this space that actually proved me wrong. So I got to give you a salute, and I get to give Mr. Boss a salute too, though, and tell Mr. Boss my Corvette faster than his. So whenever he want to actually put it on a track, I'm saying let's see who got the baddest Corvette.
Logic.
Boss, you were doing so well.
You got a mic.
So well.
You was doing so well, Mr. Logic, but I can't let you mess with the C8. I'm sorry. I can't allow you to do that. What's your Corvette? What kind you got?
I gotta see it. I gotta yeah.
Listen, when you hear Mr. Boss's C8, it'll run you out the house. So unless it vibrates the whole entire house. So unless you got your pipes changed, we ain't even worried about you.
Now, I got everything changed on the security boss. You know, I let it go. This is the security boss show. Hey, Mr. Boss, you got the fastest Corvette.
You know what? He may not have the fastest, but he got the best sound, and here's just growls at you. I promise you, it growls. But we ain't gonna talk about it. We just gonna have a little standoff, and we'll see. You ain't that far from us. You're not that far. So
Yeah, mine fast enough. I can get to where y'all at in probably like an hour.
Yeah, you got the fastest one. You're right.
I'm playing.
You got it. You got the fastest one. So thank you, man.
Hey, how you
How
doing?
you been?
I've been good. Just trying to get it out here.
It's good to see you. So listen, do you ignore red flags on a beautiful woman?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Not no more.
Nah, I never. Nah, I'm not ignoring nothing. I mean, I think when you, I don't know how to say, if you've experienced certain things, it's kind of a norm. So you don't really look at stuff like that with rose-colored glasses on.
Tell me what was can you tell me one that was a red flag, an obvious red flag, and one that maybe not so obvious? And you don't have to give me your experience, just period.
No. I think just a light red flag is somebody that's always in the mirror, very self-absorbed.
Mm-hmm.
You're always in the mirror, always in the mirror, or and then conversationally speaking, a woman that's always talking about mess.
Drama. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what does that mean?
Little things that can be insidious.
That's a woman with a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a red flag. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. And normally, if you're always in the mirror, you're real self-absorbed. You consume with yourself. So a lot of times it's not a one size fits all, but it's a telltale sign of somebody that may possibly lack empathy.
Because they can't even see what's going on outside of them.
Because they're in the mirror looking at themselves.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. Mr. Logic, what was your red flag? You didn't mention one.
For females?
Either way.
Basic maintenance. Like,
Say it again. I didn't hear you.
Just like basic maintenance. Like,
dirty fingernails. That's what he basically saying.
No. It ain't. Well, dirty fingernails would probably be one of the things, but like dirty cars, especially the inside of the car. I can give a chick the outside of the car, but like dirty inside of the cars, smoke detectors, dirty bathroom floors, and I just really, it don't gotta be like, because women go through a lot in their daily, especially in their bathrooms. So if you know that women spend a lot of time in their bathrooms, then it just shows something about a woman if you look at their bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Simone, she weave behind the door. And then people don't understand this though, but like crunching ice, she listened to me too much.
Okay, listen, I need to know what crunching ice means. Tell me, because I love ice. Logic, I love ice and ices. I love it.
It's different, security boss.
But what people be trying to say though, they'll be trying to say, "Oh, Mr. Logic, you talk about hood chicks." No, check this out. Ice crunching is not just hood chicks, and it's some chicks that just eat ice all day.
No, not all day. I like ice though. I like ice. I do.
I got cousins that be saying, "Hey, where you at?" I said, "I'm on the way to the crib. Can you stop by Sonics and get me a cup of ice? They got the best ice in the world." Yeah, look, in the South, Sonics even sell bags of their ice now.
Yeah, Sonny's barbecue though?
No,
Sonics. Oh yeah, I know they do. Yeah.
But you know what that was for, right?
What was it for?
Them ice eating chicks.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Oh, you saying they did that for them? Oh, come on, Mr. Logic. You think so? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I didn't know about that.
So it's been supply and demand. All them chicks coming up there to get just a cup of ice, and they want the big Root 66 cup full of ice, and they'll just sit there and they'll just crunch on it. And these not like project chicks. I don't know why chicks do that. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody told me before why they eat ice though, but I don't know. Like, it's a lot of little signs that I just noticed, and a lot of times you can compare signs to activity. So, and then like I said, you can be wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then if I'm wrong, I'm the first one that admit that I'm wrong. Like I said, I'll tell you, I was wrong about security boss.
What did you think about security boss? What you thought?
Nah, we're not going down that lane.
This is me and Mr. Logic talking.
No, Logic, don't do it. Don't you do it.
Logic, Logic, you can do whatever you like.
I know to do it. Look, I already know Mr. Boss my dog. So look, I'm telling you, it wasn't that about you for real. It's like with me, I just treat like I treat real life. I said, I thought you was like one of these little YouTube female comedians or whatever.
Okay.
And then I started actually seeing your layers or whatever, and I started seeing like you want to do something else. Seem like you got another gear. And I was like, look, I see that.
Yeah.
Another red flag is if you dating a chick with kids and she look better, if she dressed better than her kids and she's more clean than her children are, that's a definitely red flag.
Yep, that is a red flag. That's a big red flag. Yeah, that means she ain't taking care. Actually,
No.
what you call that though? That just means she's getting for the street.
Hold on, I just thought of something. Ken, you did this to me, bro. The red flag is this simple. You meet a chick, kids, and they look you dead in your eye and go, "Are you my daddy?" Red flag.
Oh, that's a red flag. That means you better run.
Hey, security boss, I got to get off of here because it's a red flag. Because it looked like to me you got a chat full of ice eating chicks.
What's going on? They're getting on you.
Everybody in the chat said why they eat. I got low iron, Mr. Logic.
That's probably why they eat nice. But Mr. Logic, do you like to eat? Do you like food?
Oh yes.
So is this a man thing? Do all men like to eat a lot of food?
What do you mean a lot of food? I mean, what you mean a lot of food?
Okay, you hadn't been watching long. That was a red flag for me in the beginning when me and my husband got married. He wanted to set aside $100 a week for a grocery budget, and I wasn't with it. I was like, "That's outrageous! What are you doing?" You know.
How tall is your husband? How much you weigh?
He's 6'3", and back then about 200, and I don't know.
Man, you gonna eat.
My husband's a football player.
Oh, you gonna eat?
I know, but I was like, "You're not playing football no more."
You still gonna eat?
I hated it. I was like, no. I was like, that was a red flag for me, but I was like, I adjusted. But that was one of the things that was hardest for me to adjust, was putting aside so much money for food. That was the hardest thing.
$100 a week, a lot of money for food.
Yeah, I didn't want to do $100. That's $400. I mean, I'm talking about in 1995.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
You know, I met Simone. I met her in Houston.
I met her in Atlanta. Shannon.
Yeah.
Nice girl.
That's what he said. Ken, you just heard it.
Hey, look, that's why I need to translate sometimes.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Logic, I ain't gonna mess with you. That's the South. They get on me.
She was kind of rude though, but she was all right.
Listen, they pick at me too, Logic. That's that Southern thing. We can't talk. We cut off stuff halfway, say the rest. Big Bad Bull say, salute to all the cooking women. You are man's true earth angel. Big Bad Bull, I never said I didn't cook, but I'm not saying this is directed towards me. I just said I didn't want to spend $100 a week on food back in 1995. But so I've never seen you all super chat before. So y'all get to move y'all shoulders. How about that?
No, we don't dance. They just pull up.
Mr. Logic always dance. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Logic always dance. Go ahead. We got the money line.
That's the Logic do be gigging.
Aaron, come on. Aaron, you ought to be used to this by now.
I know how we just.
What is this? What is that? Oh, you gonna move your head? There you go. and then you gonna sing the song, Aaron. You gonna sing the song, but you ain't gonna move your shoulders.
I had a tough childhood. What can I say?
Logic, take care of yourself. Go get you some rest. I hate to see you over there with your nose and your face looking all puffy.
He got work tomorrow. He gonna do a lot of yelling tomorrow. Don't even worry.
No, he ain't gonna even feel like it.
Nah, I ain't even going to work tomorrow.
So anyway, listen, we've been here. I've been here long enough, and I just appreciate you all coming up. Thinking, man, I haven't seen you in so long because I ain't been on the late night. So it's so good to see you, Mr. Logic. Again, I appreciate you so much for what you did for us the other day. And Aaron, you know you my partner in crime, but we squares though. We squares.
Straight squares.
Straight squares.
But I am looking for a sugar mama though. I put that in the chat. Y'all do what y'all do with that. I'm looking for sugar. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's not, listen. Why you can't have no sugar mama? They got sugar daddies, the websites everywhere.
Okay, see, there we go again. The other day, the bachelor that had a sugar mama, y'all got rid of him. I really wanted him to stay in the game, but y'all got rid of him.
No, you saw I wanted him to stay. I thought he was the better one.
He came in there all smooth. He was confident.
Hold on, security. Wait. So what you tell the people? Because I couldn't watch the whole show. I was moving. What you tell the people about what's going on?
I'm trying not to tell nobody. Y'all can't don't get me to talking. That's the worst thing in the world. You know I tell everything. It's a surprise. I'm gonna tell you in a little bit, but I'm trying not to tell the chat nothing. So listen, guys, make sure you give me the thumbs up. But we gonna listen. It's too much going on. But Aaron, I'm not saying a word because I'm not supposed to tell. But my concerns is that they voted. The chat had the power, and they voted the best guy off the other day. And I'm just trying to figure out how I can bring him back.
I told you, I'll tell you how to bring him back. Make a phone call. Tell him to come back.
I don't want the chat to get mad at me, though. That might not be right.
Baby, the chat most of the time, chat's like goldfish. They got like a 24-hour member. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. How you know a goldfish got 24? What?
He's talking about Nemo. He's talking, what is
Oh
it, Nemo?
God. Okay, I don't know nothing about that.
Yo, listen, you might get a mulligan because it's the pilot. Maybe they could argue that they didn't understand the rules and this, that.
Yeah.
But that's the only. But after the next show, we can't be. Nope. Can't. No, I don't know.
Yeah. And you know what? I looked at the other guy. I know him. He was on my fantasy team.
He was on your fantasy team?
I don't know him.
Right, I got you.
But yeah, he was on my, because I was looking for like a running back when Taylor had got hurt. So yeah, his first name started with the N, Hines. Yeah.
Nyheim Hines. Yeah.
Yeah, he fast as hell.
He was what, 4.3, and he was the fastest in 2018 in the NFL.
Yeah, he a solid running back.
Nah,
he done got.
That's normal. That's normal.
He doesn't have the record anymore. I think now they're doing like a 4.2.
If you ain't running a 4.2, it don't matter.
I think he did a 4.3.
I gotta say to him because I was going back because I had to go back to my old fantasy league and he fumbled 2 times and made me lose the game. So I wanted to show him a highlight. Yes. Look, I lost the fantasy game because he couldn't hold the ball. I was like, oh my God, he couldn't hold the ball.
No, he's Rick. He's not Clemson. He's North Carolina State, but he is in the South. He's from North Carolina State though, but he's from down these parts.
Yeah, he's solid.
Yeah,
he's just at the wrong team. He probably behind arguably the best running back in the league right now. So
Andre says, what happened to Nyheim? We're not telling nothing. We can't see what I'm saying. That's why I like to see. That's why I like to talk to them by myself because they'll try to get me to tell everything. They be asking these questions, Aaron. And I'm still trying to figure out how I can get Jackson back in here because I think he was the smoothest cat.
I did like Jackson. Right. I ain't gonna lie. I liked the Jackson, but I don't know.
Aaron, is it your birthday?
My birthday was Monday.
Oh, happy birthday, Aaron.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, old school.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
How old are you? 23?
Yeah, I used to tell everybody I was 50. So they won't let me get away with that now. So I usually go with 21, but realistically, I'm 33. Oh man.
Turn that around. No matter where you go, no matter where you slice it, 33. Wow. Oh, you an old man now at 33.
Pretty much. I don't mind. Look, listen, make past a certain age. Every day is luxury.
So listen, I want to let everybody know this. I will let you all know this. The Bachelor is coming soon. So we're going to be done with The Bachelorette soon. And then The Bachelor is coming shortly after. So I need all of you in the chat right now. If you have not subscribed to the Unsolicited channel, make sure you go over and come over and subscribe to the channel. Also, Thinking Man Podcast is here too. I need y'all to subscribe to his channel. Y'all go in and then stop keeping us a secret. Tell 5 of your friends. First of all, I need y'all on Friday night for I Choose You, because the more people in the chat, the better off we are. I think we had like 200 and how many the other night? We need about 500 this time. We're gonna run Aaron crazy.
You are. Look, I'm in a lab right now. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. I'm in a lab right now.
She gonna cuss us out by the end of the show. I quit. Just watch. That's where we go. That's how it's gonna be. So we're gonna double. Oh, wait a minute. When are you going to invite Tommy Sotomayor? I need for you to stop asking me questions, Snuggles. I need everybody to stop asking questions. Y'all trying to make me spill the beans. I am not gonna do it. I'm not doing it.
Oh, that'll be good. You have Tommy on here.
Mr. Logic, I am not gonna talk about it. We're not talking about anything.
So it's a guest judge coming up, right?
Mr. Logic, didn't you just hear me tell the people?
I don't want to spill no beans, but it's another guest judge.
Yes, there is a guest judge. And guess what else? Nothing. I almost said it, didn't I? Y'all gonna make me talk.
Yeah, I think you need
he didn't email me. I haven't checked my email recently. No, he didn't email me. But A Senior says, I object to SB leading the chat. How am I leading? This is a money line. Thank you, Ace. Thank you for your $9.99 money chat. I'm gonna run it every time. Give me mine. Don't let me know the kind. Money line. Yeah, you put it up high now. Yeah. So I'm not going to lead the chat. I'm not going to say anything more, because the more I'm here, y'all going to make me spill the beans about what's going to happen on Friday. And I'm trying really, really hard not to give off any information, because I want all y'all to show up at 9:15 so you can get these instructions. Now, I will promise you that we will stop the show several times in between and give instructions again, so no one will be putting up money on the wrong person and all that stuff. So we'll make sure we'll go over the instructions again, but I'm not telling anything. Me and Aaron are keeping it under the hat, and Mr. Logic, you just gonna have to show up, and Thinking Man, y'all just gonna have to show up.
No, I'm calling Aaron, because if Aaron don't tell me, I'm canceling. So you know what I'm saying?
I'll be there.
What do you mean? What you canceling?
I don't know why I can't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm SB Nation. I'm just wearing my t-shirt. Why I can't know? I ain't gonna snitch.
You can't know because it's a surprise.
No, it ain't a surprise for me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in the know. Why I gotta be a surprise for me? You know what I'm saying?
Are you trying to be a part of the show? You got to be a part of the show for it not to be a surprise.
All right, I'm part of the show then, so tell me.
Aaron, do we have a place for Mr. Logic?
He got to take a blood oath now. He got to take the blood oath.
Well, I'm not like that. You know, I got it. I'll put the blood right on the camera. You know what I'm saying?
A Senior says, Your Honor, she had no vote. I didn't vote because all three of them were my picks, so I did not.
All right, you did not have a vote. You chicken out at the end. We heard you. Yeah, that's right, Mila. We heard you. She was like, I did make a decision. I can't do this.
I can't do it because they all three. But I just hated they got rid of Jackson.
I like
they ruthless though. You know what? They ruthless, and then we kicked them out.
But see, the crazy part is they said they think they made, possibly they was operating wrong. So maybe they didn't mean to get rid of Jack. See, we don't know. I don't know. It was the pilot though. So, thank you, Tyra. Thank you, Tyra. I appreciate it.
So listen, wait a minute. Okay, so we got 79 people in the chat, and if all those 79 watched the show on last Friday, y'all let me know if y'all Team Jackson. If I get enough votes about Team Jackson, I might just bring him back, because then y'all saying that y'all made a mistake, and I can always use you all when I bring them back for the other group that's not here right now and say that y'all said that y'all made a mistake because y'all voted them off. It wouldn't be me. It would be y'all. Is that not a good excuse, Aaron? What you think?
You just never know what could happen. You just never know. I mean, I'm
Never
not gonna.
know. Okay, listen. Let me get y'all. Make sure y'all get them likes up and put it. Team. Mr. Logic, Team Jackson. Express Vibe, Team Jackson. See through you. Wait a minute. How is all these people Team Jackson and Jackson team got voted off?
No, because they were sounding off. It's just that the money talk. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, Team Jackson, you know what I'm saying, we broken dusties. So we ain't had the money to put on, you know what I'm saying, the other person's head. We broke, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it's past the first of the month. Now that I check, we ready.
Yeah, hey, them checks came through. I can vouch for that. I can validate the checks came
All right,
through.
but wait a
We
minute.
get paid.
Let's give Ace the money line song and then we listen. Stephen Day say I blame Q. Let's do the money line. Go ahead.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah, because she the one. Give me mine. Money line. I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Yeah, yeah. So I see. So see through you is being very honest. She says Jackson got eliminated, and it was fair. Although I believe Naheem should have been eliminated.
Oh man.
You know what? I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like if you want to like go through the red flags, right?
Yes.
Naheem and Jackson actually told the truth when they was at it. It was gonna put them at a disadvantage. So
Yep.
Ace was a real red flag to me. You know what I'm saying? He act like
Now, how you gonna do my guy Ace like that?
well, look, I'm just keeping it punky. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, but he was the real red flag because the dude told you that his ex do his hair. So you know what I'm saying? You got to.
No, that wasn't Ace. That
Huh?
wasn't Ace. That was Jack. That was
No,
Jackson.
I'm about Jackson. I'm going over the dudes that was honest. You know what I'm saying? And that take a lot for a dude to do that. You see what I'm saying? Women say they want dudes to tell the truth, but when they tell the truth, then women can go around and turn around and eliminate them. You know what I'm saying? The dudes say, look, you know what? I mean, if you're a crackhead, you got to say you're a crackhead. That's how you going to get help. The dude say he was toxic. So now that means he know what's wrong with him, and then now he's acknowledging and he's willing to do it. But you see Ace, he just sat up here like he was all perfect. Man. See, I don't know. I looked through all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, look, I'm a man. I know that. I know how, you know what I'm saying, dudes be. You know what I'm saying? Ace, I'm just be honest. Ace be lying.
Ace is nervous, man. Nah, I can't say
Wait a minute. But guess what? Ace had a whole crew. I think you should not be able to take money off of someone's head. I don't believe you should be able to do that either, Mr. Bryant. That's half the problem.
Don't worry, Brian. We're gonna address that.
Let's do this. Let's see about this super chat from Big Bad Bull because he said it's sexy for something. Nothing is more sexier than a beautiful black woman fixing a meal with an apron and pumps. Man, I tell you, y'all like to eat, man. You know what? I would think my husband would agree with you. I believe he would. He's back here now shaking his head. But guess what? You get the money line. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Give me mine. Thank you, man. Give me mine. That was
Hold on, security boss. You don't remember when you used to Vogue back in the
yeah, but that didn't money line song at all. It did not. But thank you for that. But listen, you know what, Big Bad Boy, I happen to think you and Mr. Boss would get along quite well because y'all think alike when it comes to them meals. But I'm gonna talk to my producer over here and see if he see what he thinks, and we might review the show again because we went back and tried to review again and try to give account on what actually took place. And then we're gonna make a decision if we should bring Jackson back.
I'm telling you, look, Ace a red flag security boss. Look, he's a content creator. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, see, I was finna say the N word, but see, I'm learning.
You good?
Yes, for the most part, them dudes be lying. Look, I can see. Look at, hey, look, dudes be lying. I be like, man, why this man lying, man? You know what I'm saying? It just was falling off of him. See, the Naheem dude, You know what I'm saying? He got the bag, so he ain't really got to lie like that. You know what I'm saying? So I expected him to tell the truth. And I think the Jackson dude is just a, you know what I'm saying? He's just a straight up dude. You know what I'm saying?
He's a good dude. I think so too.
People with the bag lie all the time. We not listen. My guy Ace probably just didn't have enough questions to extract. You know, the personality. Like maybe we just didn't.
Dude, Ace
You know,
couldn't
we
even know how to
nah.
speak game to her. Ace couldn't even talk to her.
No, Ace did talk to her. He did well.
Look at the replay. It was weak.
I'm gonna watch the replay.
Yeah.
Again.
Listen, Ace got the whole daily wrap up queue, half of Brooklyn behind him.
It don't matter. They could be behind him, but I mean, we had the whole world behind Joe Biden. He's still wrong.
But what I'm saying is, they gonna automatically vote
I
others
didn't vote for
off.
no sloppy Joe.
They gonna automatically vote others off to keep Ace in, and you know they knew how the show goes. So
No, but look, security boss. Look, and Ace, if you're watching this, you still cool. So yeah, but I'm just keeping it funky, bro. All right. The thing is, Ace is a content creator. He used to being in front of the camera, right? And then he was like a deer in the headlights when we said, you know what I'm saying? Holler at her. Oh, I don't know. Do you like going to the park? I say, what? Do you like going to what's your best parks in New York City? Like, who? That's how dudes give it up these days.
listen,
You're not about to do my man Ace like that, bro.
Mel say I'm becoming a spoiler. Mel says I'm becoming a spoiler. Mel, I'm trying.
So look, hey, quick question. So Logic, if dude don't have game and conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would that not work in his favor? That he not just all over, just professional with his game and got it perfected, where he just hollering at women left and right, so he comfortable.
Nah, but see, you got to realize this. See, I judge it based on Bella, right? So Bella got that personality. So now her man can't have that personality. So now, yeah, I'm just being.
I see what you mean. I see
what you mean. Got the same personality. Some hood dude gonna go to the. You know what I'm saying? Some hood dude gonna run over both of them. So ideally, you can't have a. I'm just saying, if your woman is real passive like that, then what you can have is a passive man. See, when y'all was sitting there eating popcorns, I was sitting here really analyzing these dudes, and I got notes.
Well, Mr. Logic, I'm very surprised at you because you had already told me what you were going to do. And then when we get down to it, you like, oh, I don't know what to do. They both, all of them good.
Hey, all of them good, but see, what I did is I recognized game.
Yeah, but you were supposed to make a choice, and you really,
I made a choice. I said to get rid of Ace.
Yeah, you did. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I said to get rid of Ace.
Oh, so you did? Nah, you're not about to do my guy Ace like that. Nah, we not doing that. Nope.
So you disqualifying Ace just off of
because he assumed because he a content creator that when the cameras come on, it's lights, camera, action. He just in the zone. Like no, like this was a different environment at the same time. Like you in real time, you have to decide. Like you have to figure out, okay, how it's not the same. It's not the same because their stuff is pre-recorded. A lot of this stuff is not live. It's different when it's not live. I'm just saying it's different.
But Ace was very smooth and laid back. Jackson was very like he commanded the spot. Like he flew in there and was like, Bella, what's up, baby?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was gonna tell her what she was gonna do, and I liked it. I was like, ooh, take control.
That's what she needs.
Now he was like, baby, just come on and go with me. What you gonna do? You coming? Now he was like, you coming or what? He was like, well, I just tell you my name. We're gonna go out to eat. We're gonna have a date. Basically, that's how Naeem was. You want to go or do you not? So it was like they were exactly who they were. They were. So
yeah, it was like I said, look, I'm based on I analyze things. I'm telling you, this what I do for a living. I look back, I gotta analyze things, and I have to make a true assessment, but I gotta actually make a logical assessment based on facts. And then nobody can dispute my facts. The facts is both of them brothers told something that possibly could have got eliminated. So normally in future shows, what's gonna happen if we don't give them credit for telling the truth and being honest, dudes gonna start here coming up here lying like Ace.
Listen, Mr. Logic, let me tell you how this works. When listen, because I can tell you, when you rob a bank and then you say, I like to return the money, I want to be honest, it was me, I'm the guy that had the mask on, Here's all the money. When the money is said return, you still go to jail. Yeah. There's a punishment for your honesty.
So listen, Mr. Logic, you actually met Bella. I think Bella is kind of passive, but I think Just Jay here says Bella is not passive. What do you think, Logic?
She's passive. Trust me. I met in real life. Just because she carried that true womanly type spirit. So you know what I'm saying? And then even real life. And then it's like, even though when she get around people that she's comfortable with, you might see a different side of her. But like, obviously, just look at how she operate on the panels. You know what I'm saying? She'll sit up there and no, okay, all right. Well, she know. All right, you know. I met the lady in real life. Matter of fact, me and the lady, you know what I'm saying? We chilled. We went out to Braps together with Anton. The lady is, you know what I'm saying, but she want to feel comfortable.
Well, she's saying she's shy. Okay, she's saying she's shy, not passive.
Nah, she's not shy at all.
I don't know. But I thought she was more passive, but I've never, it's just always been the YouTube space. But anyway, we're gonna bring it on Friday night. So we're gonna have a really good show for you all. And it's gonna be a lot of surprises. Not a lot, but there will be a few surprises.
Yeah, they got mad. They got mad at some of my questions. So I'm in the lab.
Yeah, they got mad at you about them questions. They wanted you to dig in.
So it's all right.
Please don't do the nuclear ladybug question no more.
Listen. The question. See, you know, I'm not getting to that because I've already discussed this. The personality. It allows creativity for you to create. I'm not getting into this because y'all just want to get. See, that was too deep of a question that people didn't even catch it. So I'm gonna get straight surface level with everything where people can catch it. You right?
No. It was a good balance though, because everybody know like. I'm gonna be unfiltered, and then you know what I'm saying. Now we need you to be, you know what I'm saying, more conservative, kind of filtered or whatever.
No, he was supposed to loosen them up, let them, be like, okay, yeah, I can answer this question, and then
Oh, no, don't worry. I'm in the lab. I'm restructured. I'm trying to keep it a little funny.
Somebody put the ladybug.
You know what? They was trying to answer it too. He was like, I guess I have a hard shell.
Listen, the crazy thing about it is
I have a hard shell.
There's no actual limitation. Like anything can happen. Like your mind create, but we're not do it.
Wait a minute. Miss Creative say somebody married. Miss Creative, you know something we don't know. What? That sweet dude is married. Who are they talking about? Oh,
Well, she said she talking to Cora.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I thought, y'all don't tell me something. All right. Is somebody holding back on us? Wouldn't that be a darn headliner right there? One of security boss's bachelors is married. You're like, what?
Oh, she said Anton. What? Anton? Would it be crazy if Ace was married?
Is Ace married?
I'm playing. Ace,
you said that. I was okay. No, ain't nobody married.
She said Anton married, but I don't understand what they got to do with anything.
Chanel said if it was up to me, they would all be disqualified. She didn't like none of them.
Sure.
Chanel.
You know what? She kind of look. You met her in real life too, Danny Ken.
I did. I met her in Atlanta.
Yeah.
She was cool to me. I liked her.
I know. You security boss though. You know they look at dudes differently though. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about like you said Chanel?
Yeah.
No, Chanel was cool. What you talking about?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. She like Mr. Logic. I said, I'd hit you in your face. I said, God.
She's gonna hit you in your face. Chanel.
Yeah, that's what she said. All her masculine energy came out, but it's all good.
Oh, now see, no, I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of that. But anyway, guys, listen, I needed you all on my think. Well, me and Aaron, Mr. Logic, you did help us a lot, though. We only had one meeting with you. Thinking, man, we should have had you there too to add to these roadblocks that we add to these shows.
That's my bro. I could have hit his line. You know what I mean?
He would have been a good one, wouldn't it? I don't know, Aaron. We might have threw him a loop a couple times though.
Listen, he got the gift.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Chat. Don't forget about Friday night at 9:15. Be on time. I thank you so much for being here. I'm also gonna be doing my regular talk, gender talk, at 4:00 on Friday afternoon. So make sure you're there also. But definitely at I Choose You Friday night at 9:15. We will all be there. So make sure you're on time. Get your popcorn and kick up your feet. All right. So listen. Also, listen, I got a premiere coming out tomorrow where we need to talk. So we're gonna put out a posting for you, give you what time it's gonna be coming out. It should be a good interview. Let me know what you think. All right, guys. Thank y'all. Good night.
Listen to flow. It's so different with distance. We roam into zones where nothing get heard anymore. I just wish I was home when I stepped through front door, but instead I'm alone and completely unsure. And even though you're screaming out with the best of intentions, I don't get it. Why do you always gotta ask me to stay? Why you always gotta go? Playing house, this ain't a home with your soul on the road. Say, why you always gotta go? Playing house, this ain't a home with your soul on the road. See, I've been lost in my thoughts, and my thoughts they too are scared to usher you off. Sorry, Mom, I just thought you were my world. Now you're not. And I'm just sitting, smoking, sloping in a daze, cause my days ain't been the same since I drove your away. I remember the way you wrote letters in blue ink. You and me was in love. Think about what your crew think. I know your moms probably think I'm a bastard. Your pops probably want to beat my death and take a in my casket. But I got sick of fighting, bickering, fussing over nothing, cussing. Instead of watching the death of discussions that we once had, days that we once spent in the backseat of our cars, reading poets at sunset. It's funny how love can fall out the foreground, get pushed into the back of your mind. We used to twist a spliff and laugh and relax. Now you crying, and I'm trying to find the reasons. So I ask, does forever ever happen, or is it always fade to black? I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul on the road. I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul on the road.